What's up YouTube, this is Dandy TCG here, back with another video. Today guys, I wanted to bring you my latest update to my Altergeist deck profile for the May, almost into June format. I know we're going to be getting a new ban list here shortly, hopefully. As of today's date is the 24th. So, I recently tested this deck out with a Counter Fairy deck, and Counter Fairies, they're not fun. I'm going to just say that right now. But Altergeist being probably the top contender of the rogue category in the format, it's still, even though it's been hit countless times, it's still a pretty good contender. So, and my variant, I run a more budget. I say that because, impermanence. But I run a more budget control variant of the deck. So, for those out there who can't afford a pot of extravagance right now, this is the kind of deck profile for you. So to go ahead and get started into the deck, I run the one Multi-Faker. Multi-Faker, best card of the deck. Whenever a trap is activated, he gets special summoned. And he gets to special summon an Altergeist monster from your deck. Off to the other ones. Run 3 Altergeist Mo You Seek, second best card in the deck. When he attacks directly and inflicts battle damage, he gets to target a card on the field, on your opponent's side of the field, and send it to the grave. Doesn't destroy, so gets around a lot of destruction effects. So, really good card. Next, we run 3 Marionetter. She is your trap searcher of the deck. And whenever she's on the field, you can target a Altergeist card you control and Altergeist monster in your grave. Special summon that monster and send the Altergeist monster on the field to the grave. So, really good card. And then I run 2 Socrates. This card is always best at 2 because you don't ever want to see it as a normal summon. You only want it as 1 card in your hand because you usually combo that off with Multi-Faker. Because where he's able to target an Altergeist card you control, bounce it back, and bounce a card your opponent controls back to the hand. Really good card. Then I play for, battle protection, I play the 1 Altergeist can carry. Your standard Altergeist package. Then for hand traps, 2 Ash Blossom. You always want to be able to stop your opponents from searching. And then 2 Nibiru, because of pesky decks like Adamantipator, even though they can't really die to it. You want to be able to stop all that big special summoning. And then spells, run a very low spell count, only I think 6, yeah. Run 3 Pod Duality, it's your budget extravagance. So, just the only thing you can't do is you can't special summon that turn. I mean, not really big in this deck. And for the control side, I run 2 Secret Village of the Spellcaster. Most decks right now out in the format aren't really spellcasters, so with this deck, it's really good. And 1 Mind Control because, Konami hates us and wants to limit our fun cards. Then off to the traps, which is your biggest portion of the deck. Run 2 Altergeist Manifestation. This is your Call of the Haunted of the deck, so really good card. 2 Altergeist Protocol makes it where your Altergeist effects cannot be negated. They will always go off. And whenever a monster effect is activated, you can send an Altergeist monster you control and negate that effect. And then a card that should be called Altergeist, card, is Personal Spoofing. This card is nuts with this deck, and it sucks that it is not labeled as an Altergeist card. Next. Most important card of this deck, Infinite Impermanence. Best trap card in the format, probably one of the best traps to ever exist, but with its recent reprints, it's been easier to get now, so it helps out a lot. Then, other chats, we run 3 Compulse, because Compulse is amazing. 3 Solemn Strike, because you want to be able to stop your opponent's plays. Heavy Storm Duster, big back road removal in the form of a trap card, which is good for this deck. And then the 1 Field Spell Searcher of Metaverse. So I choose Metaverse over Terraforming in this deck because your cards revolve around traps. You want that. extra deck, which sometimes you don't really ever go into, and if you run extravagance in this deck, you never will go into it. I run 2 Prime Banshee. Like I said, I don't go into these, so I don't really go into detail what they do. 3 Hextia, 1 Akashic Magician, Link Karibo, Daybreaker, the Shining Magical Warrior, Nightmare Cerberus, Nightmare Unicorn, and then Nightmare Phoenix, of course the Nightmare package, Solemn Great Almirage, Topologic Bomber Dragon, and then the Moral combo. And that's it for the extra deck. That is it for the whole deck. This deck, like I said, it's the best rogue deck out there right now, in my opinion. And it can actually really do a lot of work against some of the best decks in the format. And like I said, I played the control variant, so like I said, Secret Village with hardly any spellcaster decks instead of Endymion, which most people aren't playing anymore. Kind of helps out. So if you guys like this deck or have any kind of suggestions of what you would do to this deck, leave those suggestions down in the comments below. And if you enjoyed the video, please be sure to leave a like button. If you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button. Your support is greatly appreciated. See you guys.